defend summation of Attorney Estelito Mendoza that President Joseph Estrada is not guilty of receiving 130 million from Republic Act 7171 or the tobacco excise tax funds as charged.
This is started by request of Governor Simpson addressed to His Excellency Joseph Estrada. For the release of 500 million against the share of the province of the tobacco excise tax. Exhibit Q. Then on the margin is written to Secretary Ben Jokno, and it is in the handwriting of the apostle. Please see if you can you can accommodate the request of Governor that signed President Estrada. This is an approval signed. It's a matter of practical routine by the President, Your Honor. Then, before, up to now, because budget will not release unless the President approves. I emphasize this, Your Honor, because this is the only, and I emphasize the only document or paper where the signature of President Estrada appears. For all the thousands of documents that the prosecution has submitted, this is the only document signed by President Estrada. On the basis of this, prosecution suggesting that he is guilty of plunder, malversation, and everything else. But let us go further, Your Honor. After President Estrada request to Secretary Jokno to see what can be done about this, Secretary Jokno authorized the release. I cannot locate it, but that's not important. Budget authorized release. After the authority to release, the budget cost the remittance to the province of Ilocos Sur of the amount. And then this is what happened. Under Exhibit 43, C2, the amount of 170 million was released by the provincial government of Ilocos Sur to Luis Chavit Singson. It says, to cash advance the amount of 170 million pesos only for partial payment of the equipment for the flue curing barn and redrying plant. Signed as the one who received the cash advance, Luis Chavit Singson. So, it is incontrovertible. It was Governor Singson who received 170 million pesos from the province of Ilocos Sur for the purchase of equipment for the flue curing barn and redrying plant. It is not denied, Your Honor. Governor Singson, in fact, admits this. And in the impeachment court, he said he's willing to go to jail because this is untruthful. So if there is to be any malversation, he is the one guilty. Because under the Vice Penal Code, he becomes the accountable officer on the 170 million if it is not used for the purpose. the prosecution has numerous document exhibits after that, bank documents, what happened with the money, where it was deposited, how it was encashed, somebody took it. But the pure speech, never by President Estrada. All of those who had any participation at all in the encashment, in the, I don't know whether you call it laundering, in the redeposit in another bank, and change to manager checks, eventually encashment were all either authorized by Governor Chavit Singson or Atonga. No insinuation even that President Estrada knew about them, much less authorized them. Now, to charge President Estrada, they marshaled practically the whole government to prosecute him, and they had so many witnesses. But Governor Singson, you do not have to exert much effort. Yes, practical, and it is documented. These are the documents which are important, signed by the accused himself. Unlike the documents they presented to ask for the conviction of President Estrada, not one of them is signed by him. So if your speech, this charge on the tobacco subsidy, borders on the ridiculous. That is why it is an excellent example of a blatant violation of that maxim, equal justice under law. Third pure please. Again, in Church B, who did the act of amassing? Who did the act of accumulating? Who did the act of acquiring? No question. Governor Chavit Singson. Actually, one is going to talk about pattern. The pattern is not in the accumulation of any act on the part of President Estrada. The pattern is on the part of Governor Chavit Singson. You look at the modus operandi, and I will say enterprise, to use the language of the RICO. Simply put, steal as much money as you can. The bigger, the better. Then, when discovered, or to prevent discovery, blame the President of India. And he succeeded. He not only has been given immunity, he was not charged. Yes, he became even a hero for a while. Invited in Rotary clubs, etc., etc. So much so that he, I think, although probably he overestimated the regard of the people for him, he dared run for this election. So, just like the Percy specifications, wetting, the dismissal of this particular charge against President Estrada is certainly of utmost, the lack of evidence rather, the utter baselessness is of utmost certainty, to use the language of the prosecutor. I think I did not need 10 minutes, because it is simple, direct, and as clear to show that with utmost certainty